Live from my costume chamber, I have a robber on the loose. She's wanted in several countries and states. No, so Andrea runs Moms Unhinged, which is a very wonderful program creating comedy shows for women across the country. She is taking these venues by storm. She's selling out theaters. Every time I do a show with you, my eyes tear up. It just shows how underserved moms are in the comedy world, that you can go into Eatonton, Georgia, or Lebanon, Nashville, and sell 400 tickets to a show, and it's just for moms doing stand-up and moms and sometimes dads coming to watch women do stand-up. Thank you for coming to my podcast.
Thank you for having me. It's so fun to be in your chamber here.
And I haven't even opened. I have a lot of doors behind the camera, and I haven't even opened them up to show you all my costumes.
I love costumes. I love a good wig. I am all about wigs.
I have a drawer of wigs. It's a problem. Okay, so I actually if anyone has run a comedy show, you know the bane of your existence, the thing that makes you wake up in the middle of the night. It's not that your child has a fever. It's that you have to sell tickets. The show is Friday. We've sold 7 tickets. Today's Wednesday. What are we going to do about it? Atlanta is a very last-minute ticket buying culture.
So stressful.
Right. My tummy is starting to flip-flop just saying these words out loud.
I know.
And then you like whoever is co-producing the show with you, you're talking to them on the phone at 2 a.m. in the morning. What are we going to do? And then the venue's like, should we cancel? Should we cancel? And I'm like, no, we shouldn't. So you've cracked the code. You've cracked the code on selling tickets. Do you want to weigh in on how you've done that, please?
Yeah. So you talk about what I'm nerdy for. I'm definitely nerdy for marketing. I am nerdy for Facebook ads, which is where I started my business. And so I think that this show is really this combination of underserved market where women are like, oh my gosh, a show just for us. We're going to go out and do like to have girls' night out, all that stuff. And also just this way I'm running the ads and the name of the show. It's just fun.
Moms Unhinged. That's a fun name. And you're selling T-shirts and they're moving like hotcakes.
Yeah.
They really like that.
And wine glasses.
And wine glasses. She has a cute little pink wine glass, and it's neoprene. It's not plastic and it's not glass. It's silicon. So if you have jazz hands, if you suffer from the debilitating disease of chronic jazz hands, if you hit your wine glass.
Also, if you have too many glasses of wine,
if you have too many,
yeah, it's totally
if you have wine hands and you knock your glass off the table, nothing's going to break. So it's good for a pool, a hot tub, a bathtub, a puddle. I don't know your life.
I like how you're only drinking wine in bodies of water.
It doesn't float.
You can't bring glass in the pool, Joella.
That's right. Yeah.
We've been over this.
I told one woman it was good for camping. She's like, camping?
Barf. I know. Oh gosh. Right. Yeah. So I have indoor wife shirts. They are not selling as the Moms Unhinged ones. So yeah, you do marketing, and I've stalked you a little bit because you're one of my heroes, and you said that you will run an ad and then you'll tweak it. And so that's very interesting to me, and it tells me that you don't give up. See, I will run an ad on Facebook, and then I'll cry. So I think I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah, so the big thing is, like, when you're running, because I studied this and taught this and all that stuff, is I really know how to track all the ads, and that's kind of the key. There's this little code that you put on put on your website that helps optimize the ads.
Okay,
and
it's a secret code.
It is.
Is it from the Glitterati?
It's called the Facebook Pixel. And
Facebook Pixel.
Yeah, and that is what you put on your website so that it'll track the ticket sales that are coming in directly from your ad. And then it'll also tell you what your return on ad spend is so that you're able to say, okay, I'm spending $1. For every $1 I spend on Facebook ads, I'm making $3 in ticket sales.
Oh my God.
So you can see that.
You don't just throw money at it and then feel bad?
You don't.
I'm doing it completely wrong. I'm doing marketing on Facebook for emotionals. I should say you wrote the book Marketing on Facebook for Dummies.
Yeah.
Did I put those words in the right order?
It's Facebook Marketing All-in-One for Dummies is the full title, but it's so out of date. Don't go buy it. It's unfortunately Facebook changes so much. It is way out of date, and so that's the challenge. That's why I had a thriving business for 15 years, but I just quit.
You just quit. Congratulations to run this program full time, to run Moms Unhinged. Okay, so there's a Facebook pixel on your website, and you sell the tickets from your website.
Right, and that's the way it works. So, like, if you're selling tickets on a comedy venue or a theater's website, then you can't track it as well. But if you're selling it on Eventbrite or if you're selling tickets on your own website, then you can do all the tracking.
You can do all the tracking. This sounds familiar. I think I had a marketing person try to help me do this one time. But it's hard to get it so you can sell your own tickets.
Yeah, and
a lot of places want to do it themselves.
That is true. So that's a challenge. And the other thing too is it's hard as creative people, as people who do comedy and we've got creative brains. It's hard to have that also analytical brain
linear
that does all the technical stuff. There's a lot of technical
I feel like you're good at that.
I have a little bit of both.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. I just, how like there's like a spectrum of people and what their skills are. I feel like mine are just so small and like off to the side.
But you do it so well. That's why you're headlining, because you're so freaking funny.
I'm so emotional. That's wonderful. I bet you'd be a great lawyer too.
No, that sounds terrible.
Okay, and then I noticed in your ads that you do a lot of copy. You do a lot of writing. And it's all call to action things. It's like, this is your cue to get your girlfriends together and buy a ticket and treat yourself to a night out on the town. And then you also have in there what people have said about the show.
Right. So all the testimonials. So you have social proof. You have you need to have some urgency around it. Like I say, our tickets often sell out, so don't wait to get your tickets. There's a book called by Robert Cialdini. It's all about selling, and it's just these different ways that you need to move people into action. And social proof is huge, to see those see those testimonials, to see people in the comments chatting. And so we're also trying to comment in the comments to answer back so that they see that it's a real show. Sometimes people are worried that it's a fake show.
Oh, because they think it's a scam.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we, social proof, and then urgency, and then price is a big, value kind of thing. So
urgency.
Yeah.
That's really smart. I just put on my ads I ran like, comedy show Wednesday 7 p.m. Like that's all I was doing it wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Me, and then a big dumb picture of my face.
And then you kind of like paint the picture of what it's going to be like with their girl, like getting them to think about, oh, it's a girls' night out, and you can bring this group or this group or this group to
your
get
book
them
club,
to think.
fight club.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was and people, I think you have gotten some video of folks leaving the theater. They leave the theater. It's like it was a Broadway show.
Yeah.
They are so hyped up.
Yep.
Happy, loud, laughing, talking to people they just met there that night.
Yep.
It's infectious.
Yeah.
There was a group of nurses at the show last night. There was 12 nurses. They were so much fun.
Yeah.
They were off the hook. They bought everything. They
did.
No, that's like a demographic nurses party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they party
they do.
because they know life is short.
I used to work at a breakfast restaurant in Chattanooga. We were the earliest place you could get a beer at.
Oh God.
And this sounds bad because there's nurses, but they'd get off at like
That's
third
their-
shift.
Yeah, that's
so like
their-
that is
their
them
evening.
leaving work.
Yeah.
Yes.
It weirded me out the first time I saw it. Then I was like, hey, why are those people in scrubs drinking heavily and not ordering food? And they're like, no, they just got off of work. I was like, oh.
It's like seeing a pilot drinking.
no.
Like,
I know.
wait, where are you going? Or you just came?
It's like, real quick, what hospital?
that's fun. Yeah, teachers party hard.
Yeah, they
too.
do. Yeah, they do.
There's an
People
organization.
have stressful
jobs.
positions
Yeah.
right there. Stressful jobs.
And I think being a
They need
mom
to
is
party.
stressful too.
Oh God, yeah, mom's party. I'm telling you, I had to bounce some moms out.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dish.
Oh yeah.
Tell the Tell the tale.
This woman shoved me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she shoved me.
Did she like pick up a chair and try to break it over your head?
So, but like a good mom, I gave her 3 chances. I was like, okay, stop heckling. I'm going to count to 3. No, but I did. The third time I went up to her, I'm like, okay, you got to go now. And she shoves me. So I call for backup. I'm like, oh, we need backup here. And so then the staff from the venue came and ushered her out. And I'm like, do not mess with me. I will call for backup.
Yeah, you're the room mom of all the moms there. That is what. Do you think she was just hammered?
She was
she in a
having a tough.
blackout?
She
Yeah.
was having a tough time. She was having some trauma going on that weekend and drank pretty hard.
Pretty
so.
hard. I've seen it too, where people are diabetic and they drink too much. Mm-hmm. So just be careful out there,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That was a Sunday night.
I've noticed because I'm used to performing in like the back of a brewery where fans are on and there's no place to sit and you're not allowed to touch the barrels. And now we're doing theaters.
Yeah.
And there's staff.
Yeah.
There was like 8 people more. There's
Yeah.
people everywhere at the theater last night. There was tech people, volunteer docents, a security guy.
Yeah, I didn't have to do my own bouncing last night.
Right. Yeah. It was wild.
I
Like so
know.
many people. It's like
Yeah.
really helpful.
Yeah, super fun. Theaters are also a great venue for us because a lot of times they don't have anything going on during the week. And so we can get, those are our best nights to have a girls' night out. So I book the shows during the week at theaters, and theaters can also seat a good amount of people. Typically we're having, 400 people and something like that. So yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's how you can make money doing comedy
Yeah.
because I haven't been doing that. No, right? It's like 20 tickets a weekend selling for my shows. That's not sustainable. All right. So you're doing your Facebook thing. Have you done any ads on Instagram?
Yeah, so we run them on Facebook and Instagram. We do
Okay.
image ads and video ads a lot of times.
So the video ads, this is what I learned too. You can't say anything inappropriate in a video ad.
No.
You can't say penis. You can't say pussy. Did
Can't
you know
really-
that?
can't really
Did you
put it
know
in the
that, Joel?
text either.
Yeah.
Can't put it in the text either, really.
What the people want to know. It's right. Yeah, it has to be a very clean joke. That it's also whatever. Like, do you put someone's actual joke in the ads, or just like of images of people like with music playing over and people laughing and
Yeah.
the comedian doing an act out, so you're not burning anyone's jokes or whatever.
Right. We do small little segments of jokes because I think that people don't know us. It's not like you're going to see your like huge comedian who the type of humor they do. And so people want to know what they're getting into. And so we do a little sample clip. If we are doing a video ad, which I mostly only do video ads in the bigger venues, like 700 seats and stuff like that. So they want to know what they're getting into. So we do little tiny, either just short clips of the punchline, just so they get an idea like, oh, what was that? They're a little curious, or it was kind of funny and they want to know more.
Short clip of the punchline. I'm writing that down.
And then people laughing uproariously.
What lessons have you learned on this journey of, because you're at the part where you're hiring people to help with booking the theaters.
Yeah.
And then, and this is what I really like about you, is that if you're doing it with a higher calling in mind, you're helping raise up women and women comedians. You have installed someone to help us with professional growth.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just starting a business and we're already putting your employees ahead of everything, which is really honorable.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I serve the comedians. I serve the mom comedians who are on the show, because that if you guys are all doing well and growing, and I'm going to need you to grow into, like, from the people who have the 10 minutes into the feature sets, and the headliner is going to need to be super, super solid. Obviously, most of the headliners already are, but, I'm going to need more people. And so I need to help them all grow. And my view is that I serve the comedians and then the show will take care of itself. You know, if we're having a high quality show where people are like, I can't believe I only paid $28 to see that. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Then they're going to come back and they're going to be like, hey, we've got a whole new lineup for you. We're going to come back in 3 months with brand new comedians. They're going to be like, sign me up again because that was so amazing.
That's what happened in near Nashville.
Yeah, right.
There was a lot of repeat people who came to the first show, had the best time.
Yeah.
They showed up to the show I was on. I got nervous. I'm like, I don't know what the other headliner was like. I hope I can like meet these people's needs. But we had a great show, and it was really fun. And you have a good product.
Yeah, that's it. You have a good product, and it'll all take care of itself. So yeah.
Good. That's really nice. And it feels like when we get together on our Zoom chats as a group, like a little bit like summer camp or the women's college I went to. It's like we're all in this together. Make sure to network and meet each other. And so and so needs something. La la la.
Yeah.
I really do love that.
Yeah.
This kumbaya spirit, because this is a very you're very isolated as a stand-up comedian.
Right.
It's the opposite of improv, where you have a group of people you rely on.
Yeah.
So.
It is. It can be very lonely, and it's hard to create comedy in a vacuum. It's hard to write in a vacuum a lot of times because you're like, I don't know, is that funny? Probably not, you know?
Depends how sad you are that day.
I know. I'm like, oh.
Or how much coffee you've had. Like, everything's amazing.
I know, right? You go back, you're like,
I'm a genius. Oh, no.
Dang it.
Yeah. What lessons have you learned on your journey of creating an empire?
Well, I mean, I think the big thing is it's not all like la-di-da, run through the forest, you know, success after success. There's been August, I lost money. Some of the shows are not selling well. And so it's about just like keeping the faith and kind of really learning from the failure, you know, because if something doesn't go well, why didn't it go well? So that I'll do it differently next time. And we're learning things like, okay, downtown, big metropolis areas don't work for us. We are better in the suburbs. August, not a great month to do a whole bunch of shows. Maybe we'll pick certain shows because we did have some shows that went well in August, but mostly a lot of them lost money. So we'll just do it differently. And the big thing is just managing the roller coaster that it can be. And it can be kind of stressful because like you said, it's like you're just thinking about getting the butts and seats. And it's like, it's mostly been pretty easy with this product. It's been great, but it also not always is going well. So I'm like, okay, let's just keep a even keel and try and ride it out. And I think, you know, growing my other business was a helpful.
So this is your second empire you're running. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you have there's so many little details. And so, okay, this is what me and my girlfriends you've hired to do stand-up have noticed. The difference between going on a show that's like driven by a mom, even though you're not there.
Yeah.
Like there's like, for the person who's hosting, there's like, ask the audience what age children they have.
Yeah.
Here's the tablet to sell the merch. Here's this to do that. It was just like every detail is thought of. So you're creating a branded quality repeatable product. And then the rest of the shows that are run by dudes, they're like, I'm like, am I supposed to be at the show? What's the call time? And he's like, well, I don't, I guess you'll do like between 15 and 30 minutes. I don't know. I like to do this is one thing I like to do the lineup right before the show. Do you know who that is? This guy. He's like, this is how I have to do it. I have to do the lineup with all the comedians in the room, and I feel what the lineup's going to be.
Sorry.
And I had to drive a long way for that show, and I'm never driving there again. I was like, no, thank you.
I just produced somebody's album, and one of the openers was like, what time should we get there? And it's Nathan Owens. I'm gonna say that. It was his album, but we the first show was at 7:30, and he was like, I don't know, like 7:15, and me and David Perdue, who's directing, were like, your show starts at 7:30. And he's like, yeah, I trust them. I was like, and then we just looked at it. We're like, get there at 6:30. They're like, yeah, I was gonna come at 6:30. I was like, yeah. I was like, Nathan doesn't know what he's doing. He can do his hour.
He's like a big kid.
That's not. I'm like, but his job isn't producing.
Yeah,
he's adorable.
Funny.
He's so
adorable.
Funny.
He's a man child.
He's a man child, and he has a killer C-section joke. Oh. And Amanda was like, that's not fair. He doesn't even have a baby yet. He's got a C-section joke. It's that good. So yeah, he's a good boy. But yeah, it's totally different. That energy around it is completely different. It feels professional. What you're doing.
Yeah,
and pulled together.
I mean, that's the thing that people. I mean, it is hard because I'm treating comedy like a business, and it's all like very focused on what the profit is. I'm tracking it all in a spreadsheet, so I know that it costs this much to fly these comedians in. We need 2 local people, and 2 people can fly in for this, and we're tracking like. What this was the ad cost. This is what we had to get a door person. We had to. It's all being tracked like a business, and so it has to be a system so that I can remove myself from the system and hand it off to someone else.
Yeah,
and then they run it, and grow the team.
You can grow. Yeah, and I feel like it's what's that called? Expandable.
Yeah. You're talking about franchise.
Yeah. Well. She could still own the whole thing, but she could have her people running it in almost infinitely.
To infinity.
I was just looking at your website, and you have some days where you have like a show in 3 different cities.
Yeah, this are on Thursday, September 19th. At the time of this recording, there are 4 shows happening on one night. That's going to be our most that we've ever had. So, cool. and eventually we'll have shows in most of the states. Not all of them. Not all of them. We're not going to all the states. No, Rhode
Island. Who are you looking at over there? What state are you upset at?
I don't know. Look at you, North Dakota. No, I don't know. No, North Dakota would probably be good. They would probably have. We actually do really well in the rural areas.
Yeah,
underserved. They're underserved.
Yeah, and it's an affordable ticket.
Yep,
an affordable theater.
Yeah,
and people come to have a good time.
They all come out. There's not, in big cities, there's sometimes a lot of choices on what you could do that night, and in smaller towns, maybe there's not as many choices, and it's an event. Yeah.
And I feel like the comedians that you're hiring, our jokes are relatable on a grand scale.
Yeah,
it's not like an esoteric niche kind of comedy that only people who listen to NPR get or whatever. Like we are hitting a lot of different buttons in people. So you could be from South Dakota or whatever, and whoever you're sending there is going to make these people laugh because they're doing good, strong, relatable material.
Right, and it's cleanish so that it's accessable to.
You keep saying that, but
I say that she is my dirtiest comedian.
Yes,
you are.
You are.
I saw Amy headline a bunch of those shows, and this is a clean show.
You are.
Oh, you're the one you talk about your butthole.
Just one time.
Yeah. Holly was talking about hooking up.
I like how you're like the sibling who's like who just got caught red-handed.
I know.
And you're like, so-and-so did this. We're like, we're not talking about that. We're talking about your 7-minute opener about your husband going down on you.
I don't even. You haven't even seen my dirty jokes, Andrea.
Well, we do get. It's so funny. We do get people mistake us. They're like, "Hey, are you doing that Mom's Gone Wild show?" I'm like, "No, that's the Late Show, and Amy's going to bring out the extra material for that one."
That's whenever you expand the business.
Yeah,
to
you haven't.
fans.
Yeah, you haven't even seen my really dirty material. That's wild. I'm like going through all the jokes I've done in my head. For you, because I'm like, which one did she think was dirty?
Most of them.
No, they're playful. Who, me? No. I just need a fainting sofa. I get the vapors. Oh, that's so fun. All right, what were we just? I got all flustered.
We got all distracted. I know.
Okay, so yeah, so your thing is to like learn from your mistakes and move forward. When you're keeping a spreadsheet, that's huge.
Yeah. And I mean, it is like treating it like a business so that you're really kind of, I mean, it's a system, right? And it's, it is like, learning from your mistakes and saying, okay, that venue didn't work maybe, or, these venues are like, we actually do really well in South Dakota. I was talking about, I haven't North Dakota. I'm sure we do well there too. But like, it is like saying, okay, when can we go back there? What's the right amount of time? Because one venue we went back too soon, and I think it was
what was
just
too soon?
Martha's Vineyard was just too soon. It was some of our shows are selling out every month, but Martha's Vineyard, and I think it was also August. So it's like trying to figure out, like, was it August? Was it too soon? It was a month later.
Right.
Was there? They already had a comedy festival there where people comedied out.
That's so interesting because different districts, the kids go back to school at different times. Like Atlanta, school starts the 1st of August.
Wow.
For the public schools.
That is so early.
So July is a bad month.
Yeah.
Because everyone's doing their vacations before school starts. And that's wild. And then some places like Labor Day is your first day back at school.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. And that's probably a finite. I don't know how many people live in Martha's Vineyard. I imagine 7.
During the high season, it's 30,000.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And again, it's sort of they have a comedy club there, but it can be, I think the mom comedians and all female lineups, that's a huge, like you said, underserved market. So
I think, and I don't, a lot of comedy clubs, except for anyone that wants to hire me. Hi. They are sticky floors, icky bathrooms, and kind of, you're like, is this dark? Is this space for me? You know what I mean? And when I walk into a theater, I'm like, oh, this is for me.
Yeah.
Or a vineyard.
Yeah.
I feel very comfortable in a vineyard.
That's your white cotton dress in the
right. That's a good place to have a mom show.
Yeah.
If you have a good facility. Okay. You've learned your lessons. You're moving forward. I hope you don't have to learn any more. Oh, I know. So a little idea. When maybe it was Amanda Marks. She's like, maybe no pressure. Maybe you could do a lot later. A media presence on YouTube with branded comedians and helping get people famous on the internet through your under your banner of like vetted comedians. And then you can make a lot of money on YouTube, and you can help me do that.
Yeah, we have so many ideas, like, of what we can do with all of this. Like, for sure, we're thinking about launching a podcast, with comedians. We are going to, our YouTube channel is going to feature a lot of shorts from all the comedians, and then like point back to their channels.
That's how you get new followers these days. It's all through doing shorts, and they're a minute.
Yeah.
That's so fast for a joke. You have to do a setup and a punchline and hope it just murders.
I know.
Boop, 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 boop. Send.
I know.
And do it every day.
Yeah.
I know. It's a lot.
It's hard. And so lots of like merch, and we're talking about corporate events and getting hired to go to, big conventions and stuff like that.
There's Disney World has moms get together.
Right. There's a lot of mom conventions out there that could use some little entertainment. We've got someone working on that. We've got sponsorship opportunities. So we're really working to grow, because the biggest challenge I've had as we are growing fast is the cash flow, because a lot of the theaters are asking for 50% deposits, and it's way out in the future. I'm not going to, make any money on that for a long time. So it's just like balancing all of that and, and figuring out, okay, where are the right spaces to go so that I can manage my cash flow so I can book as many places and, not, and still eat. I like food.
I imagine it's like getting an engine going, like and then finally the work you've done now is going to start paying. And that's fascinating. It makes my tummy hurt. How's your tummy?
It's good. That's why I run. I work out, because if I don't, I will go crazy.
How much do you exercise every day?
Like usually an hour.
What?
not every.
You said 20 minutes when you texted me. You said you're going to go for a run. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Oh, no, I was halfway done at that point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but I was like, well, 20 minutes, maybe I could be a runner if it's only 20 minutes.
No, I was already out there and I was on my way back. So, yeah, usually about an hour. And I'm like usually 5 times a week. 5, 6
That's
times
so
a week.
good. It's so healthy for you or anyone.
It definitely is. It's something that I just need to do to reduce my stress because it's super fun, but it is still a little stressful. And I know it's all going to work. And I've got I'm a pretty optimistic person. So that helps too. Focusing on the positive and also like taking only the risks that I feel comfortable taking.
Oh. You don't just drink a bunch of coffee and go, F it. That's how I do everything. And then I get scared of what I just signed up for and regret it immediately.
Yeah, I do a lot of analysis before I even book a venue.
What's analysis? What does it feel like in your body? Is it math? It sounds like math.
It's around my butthole. No.
That explains it.
She looks up a city name. She clenches her butt cheeks. She sees how it feels. And she's like, okay.
Okay, I think we can do it.
Yeah.
So, no, it really is like, we've kind of got it, again, down to a science. And I've got someone who is just all her job is going out and finding and booking venues. Mm-hmm. So she is, that's what she's doing. I mean, she's not like she's full time for me, but that's her job and she loves it. Kimberly is amazing at doing that. And she kind of knows the criteria and she vets it ahead of time so that we're pretty sure, like, by the time it gets to me, then we know it's good to go.
It's good to go.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then you also have hired someone to do the booking.
Yes. So that's the same
the
talent.
comedians.
Yeah, the
talent manager.
Talent manager. Yeah, talent coordinator.
Yeah. Talent coordinator.
Development director. I forgot her exact title, but yeah, it's kidding. So yeah. So it's because that's a hard thing too, because I think that is also part of the thing that I really stress over. And that's, I think, a lot of shows don't put enough thought into the lineup and the comedians they're putting together because you want a little bit of variety and everyone has to be, I want a strong opener and a strong headliner, obviously. And then in the middle, like, what does that look like? And do we have different voices represented? And like, that's
different ages,
and
walks of life.
Right. Their kids are different ages. So it's not, I mean, one time we did have just a whole lineup of divorced moms, empty nest divorced moms. I was like, okay, someone else needs to talk about something else.
Everyone's like chain smoking. Their merch is packs of cigarettes. Oh yeah, that's a really good point to think about it that way for sure. I mean, that's most people like. As a booker, I definitely want to have a variety of people on a lineup so that everyone in the room can feel like they've related to something quite personal.
Right.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely. Okay, so you have those two people, and then you're helping the comedians become stronger, which is lovely. And then, do you feel like you need to hire anybody else, or you're the marketing
I have
guru?
a whole list.
Okay.
I'm growing the empire. Yeah. So eventually
happens
we'll
next?
have. We have Sarah on my team who is, she's been with me for many years in my business. Was with me when I launched my podcast. She was my podcast manager. She did all my Facebook ads, help with that business and blog posts and social media posts with that business. Now I'm like, okay, now you're doing comedy. She's like, okay. But she has been doing some of the social posts. She puts the tickets up. She manages the customer service. And she just recently said she can't do the videos because it's just too much. So we're going to get someone who is more doing the videos.
Yeah.
So that we can get more of that content up. Eventually, we'll need someone who's just dedicated to the customer service, who's just dedicated to social media, things like that.
What are the customer service problems?
People want their tickets changed. They have questions about the venue. They want to know what the seating's like. They want to. It's a lot
of questions.
Yeah, they can't get to they want to know if they can get a refund or things like that. Or they're like, I didn't get my tickets. So we get a lot of questions every day.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
armpits are sweating right now. That's so many texts. That's so many emails.
Yeah. So we have a system where it comes in and we've got we use Zoho Desk to manage it so I can hop in on a question if need be.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like when you say you have systems, they actually work and you use them.
Yeah.
I keep trying to say I have systems, but you can tell from this room I don't. It's an absolute mess, and it's random weird stuff.
Right here.
Okay. Joel and I together are
Joel's the
holding
system.
these lights and this camera in the right space.
Yeah. Well, also this is where you're you're running this as a business, and not just like, isn't it fun that I can put on a show every once? And that is like the big difference, because especially too from like show running and then like producing like smaller stuff, like you don't realize how many jobs people are doing, and if you're like, if you want this to grow, you have to have numerous, and yes, that's more money, but like, all of these are separate jobs, like overseeing customer service, ticket sales, marketing. Because we were just talking about this before. Amy and I were like I was like, I'm trying to find a marketing person and a social media person, because some people will be like, I can do both. You're like, but they're both different jobs. Yeah. Like one of you can make the videos and the other one knows where to put them and how to push them. Yeah. But like I don't expect it's a lot. Yeah. But yeah, it sounds really cool though. Like it's just actually having like the infrastructure, because like you're saying, like, because then you have the package to send and be like, all right, this is what you do as the host, here's how you sell things, here's how this, here's this, and
we have a lot of written like documents around this stuff, like for the host notes, here's the host notes and here's what the checklist, and
and you're hiring people who actually read it.
Yes. Right.
That's really hard.
Exactly. That is a challenge. That was the other thing. Like I was talking to another comedian who has a similar show in Chicago where she's got mom comedians, and she's like, I'm worried about having people run a show if I'm not there. And it is a huge trust issue. It's a scary thing, because it's your brand. It's like
bringing someone into your living room and you're not there, because you're hosting it. It has your name on it. You put it together. You feel like, I always feel like these people came. I want to give them a good time. I want to get to know them. Right? And then it's not you. Right? Yeah.
And I'm like, how'd it go, guys? I hope it went well.
Right? Yeah. So far, everyone I've met has been great. Yeah. And it's been really lovely.
It's been great. And then that's the thing that I think also makes this really amazing, is that the moms we have on the show are all super responsible. They're all like, they don't just like flake out and just be like, I couldn't make it to the show.
Okay, yeah. I was taking a personal day. Right? No, moms don't have personal days.
Excuse me?
We cry in the car and we keep driving.
I know. Because suck it up. Like the rest of us.
Yeah. Okay. All right. If you are a comedian lady out there in the world and a mom, how would they submit to your program?
Yeah, so you can go to momsunhinged.com, and there's a contact us page, and there is a section where you can fill out the perform with us. And right now, we are getting a lot of submissions. I don't have enough shows to put everyone on at the moment, but we're looking at the submissions and saying, hey, we'll keep you in mind. And one of the things we definitely do is if we go to a city, we look for local moms. Or we try and get you on, locally, whatever. And so that's, and especially like if you are from a different area, like I just had a submission from someone in Philadelphia, and she's like, I can help you find venues here. And I'm like, that's great. Maybe we can
collaborate.
Yeah. Have a show out in Philadelphia and you can be on it. So, that's
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people have to submit a 5-minute.
What are you looking for?
Yeah. 5-minute clean-ish tape.
Apparently, I wouldn't know what that means. I talk about being dyslexic.
You've got some clean material.
Every comedian I've had on here, I'm working on my clean. I really am. I promise.
I've been producing this show for over a year now, and Amy will be like, "This is a clean show," and it's like, no, it's not because of you.
Yeah, I tried to make it a clean podcast.
I keep trying to tell her that it's fine that she's not ultra clean.
I just don't want to upset anybody. I want everyone to be happy.
No, but it's fun. It's fun. I think, moms and women do love when we push the edge a little bit. That's why I say cleanish. It's not like, because we aren't swearing all the time. It's that, and it's like euphemisms. Words
Euphemism.
like another.
Let's say it fast.
That's the thing. You're more like horny perverted. You're not like crude and
I'm not
crass.
trying to upset any. I'm not
Yeah,
having the contrast of saying something inappropriate be the joke.
Yeah.
It's part of a different joke, and
Right.
I just have to explain it real quick in a cute word so we can get to the actual joke.
Yeah, and your target demographic wouldn't be a target demographic if they weren't a little horny because they're all mostly moms. And how do you become a mom?
Joel's hanging out with a lot of horny housewives is the message I just got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got there's a certain act that makes you a mother and a father.
I'm not familiar.
Yeah. You're like, I just woke up one day.
But yeah, so cleanish, 5 minutes, and just put your strongest set together. Have your strongest tape to submit. Yep.
That's lovely. Okay, cool. All right, now we're going to find out what kind of nerd you are.
Oh, gosh.
You're going to be really good at this because you have access to both sides of your brain. So you might have done a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been to band camp, Bible camp, right? Space camp, math camp, allergy camp?
Yes.
What did you do?
Bible camp.
Bible camp. I did not.
Oh,
In
I know.
Chicago?
Yeah.
So you're from Chicago. We're in Chicago.
Yeah. Wheaton, which was, if you get this question in trivia, Trivial Pursuit, Wheaton is the highest per capita churches in the country.
Really?
Yes.
Is
So a
it
lot of churches.
A specific sect, or is
all
it
different.
the variety
It's
pack?
a variety pack. I was a Lutheran.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say I'm still a Lutheran.
Maybe that's why you think I'm dirty.
It's because
I'm kind of a prude.
are.
I'm kind of a prude.
Oh no. Okay, so your Lutheran Bible camp. Did you enjoy it? Do you like?
I did.
Have,
I had a really great friend that we went together, and we were kind of the bad girls.
I bet you were. I bet you were
Bible
smoking
camp.
ciggies and stealing the Lord's blood.
We
just-
took the sailboat out without.
That's what I wanted to ask. Like, what is like the bad girl activity at a Bible camp?
Yeah, I
Sailboat stealing.
Yeah.
sailboat stealing, and we were out in the middle of the lake with just our life jackets on. They didn't care. They were like, whatever.
The Lord will take care of them.
I know. Walk on water.
Do you like? Can you do Bible verses like in a time of need? Do you meditate on a Bible verse?
I don't. I do pray a lot, especially now.
That's why the hour is a run is all you praying. Like,
Please God,
please
sell
God,
some
sell
tickets.
I wonder, like, out of all the prayers in the world, how many of them are please sell tickets? Probably from Atlanta is the majority. Okay. Have you ever have like a period of life when you wore costumes every day? Like, did you go goth?
So I did my blog was called Grandma Mary Social Media Edutainer. I wore dressed up as a wig. In a wig, I would go to conventions. I would go to conferences dressed up as Grandma Mary Social Media Edutainer, and that's how I got the book deal. And so Grandma Mary, you got to see it. It's a gold lame shirt I wore all the time, and I would blog, and her motto was, if Grandma Mary can do it, then you can do it too.
Okay, this really counts. Okay, so you role play.
Oh, yeah.
A grandma to teach marketing.
To teach social media, yeah.
That's pretty nerdy.
Yeah.
I mean, clever.
No.
But also
nerdy.
Okay. I did not see that coming. Okay. Have you ever framed a puzzle?
No. That is, no.
Have you ever had a birthday party for a pet?
No.
Made a costume for a pet?
No.
Okay. Do you own a cape?
Yes.
Of course you do.
Yeah. I have a lot of costumes.
You have a cape. Okay. Did you do like musical? Do you know all the songs to a musical?
I can't sing. So
Okay.
I did improv comedy, and when it was the singing games, I would just sing it loud and proud and try and sell it, but it was horrible.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
kind of funnier.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. I was like, we're going for it.
Singing just off key. Shout out Jose Martinez, my friend. He sings loud and just off key.
Yeah.
Just so you're like, I know the note's so close, but he sings so loud that you can't get to the note because your ear is going where he's going. Yeah. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It makes me giggle my heart out every time I see it. So yeah, I think that's funny when people can do that. Have you ever held a ferret?
I probably, but no, I can't recall like if I had rats. We had
Okay.
Rats are the best pet. You guys, I am telling you, If you're a rat owner, you know rats are the best pet ever. Everyone hates them, but it would ride on my shoulder. It was so cute. They all had their own little personalities. Really good pets for kids.
This is a Nerdy for first. This is actually more shocking than the Grandma Mary character.
I got skeletons, man.
Oh yes, you do. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Are you watching all of the new ones?
Not really. I've seen. We did name our cats Finn and Ray for episode.
Okay.
What was it, episode 8 that came out? I'm not good with the episodes, but
7, 8, 9.
Okay, 9. Yeah, I'm not good with the episode numbers, but we did. Yeah.
I don't even know if it's. I mean, this is a weird question. This next one. Have you ever LARPed or cosplayed? But besides being Grandma Mary.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, I'm not like, swords and stuff like that.
Well, that's another question. Have you ever held a sword?
Yeah, I've held a sword.
Okay, talk about your sword experience. Who was he?
My son got a sword, and we were
of sword?
I don't know, it was big one.
Was
big.
it samurai?
He just got it it was like with the kind of, like hilt, and he had it hanging in his room for a while, and it was cool.
Did he buy it at the flea market?
He bought it at like some like resale shop.
Guy with a ponytail sold it to him come out of his van.
Yeah, and they sliced watermelons with it in the air, Yeah.
Oh,
it was a real
does
sword.
your son still have all of his fingers?
He does.
And all of his friends?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. That's good. He dodged a bullet there. Oh my goodness. So it was a big sword your son used to fling around.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a pilot's license?
No.
Are you PADI certified?
No.
Do you have a perfect attendance award?
Oh, I probably did get perfect attendance in grade school.
Nerd.
I never was sick. I never got sick.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Perfect attendance. Well, that makes sense why you can run empires. You're never sick. Maybe
yeah.
it's all the running. What celebrity crush when you were a teenager?
Oh, man. Let's see. Who did I didn't like the normal people that my friends liked.
No, you like the rat guy.
I liked, like if you're talking about the monkeys, I liked Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the main singer or the one on the tall one?
No, he wasn't the tall one. He was the one with he had a hat and he wasn't. Everyone was in love.
Hey, we're the monkeys. People say we monkey around. We're too busy singing. Put anybody down.
Right?
He was the drummer, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So you like a little offbeat guy.
Little
little hitch in the giddy up. A little.
Yeah, I go for the nerdy guys. My husband, my ex-husband, he was the most introverted of the software programmers that I dated. I had a type.
Okay. So you're only dating software programmers, and you went for the quietest.
I know.
That's wild. You know what? Maybe that's the software programmers are the rats of the. Where do people submit if they want to date you? Is that on the website too?
Yeah. Actually, I should have a form.
Let's
forget Bumble. I'm getting a form.
You make your own system.
I'm just. Well,
that's what you're gonna evolve. Like you're expanding all of what Moms Unhinged do. Eventually, just little dating service,
little system.
Yeah.
I mean, honest to God, if someone was looking for a girlfriend. They should just stand outside the Mom Unhinged show.
I know. We do have guys who are single who come to the shows.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
I actually went on a date with one of them.
You did?
He was a rocket scientist.
Oh, that's hot.
It was actually a little too nerdy.
Oh, no.
No, he was a nice guy.
Was he a nice guy?
Very nice guy. Just a little too fresh off the
dating
divorce.
Wagon. Yeah, they need to heal up a little bit. You need a little scab.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever ridden a unicycle?
Oh, yes, around my block with a foam cowboy hat on.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I have photos of it.
Oh my God!
So good.
That should be your profile on the dating apps.
Yeah.
Unicycle with a foam cowboy hat.
Oh man! It was good.
My God.
It was so good.
I'm so glad you came on my show because I really look up to you and I'm like, I need to be respectful of you because you're an amazing woman. But now I know you're just a big weirdo.
I am. Totally. It's a secret. It's like a little cover. I have.
That's fantastic. I love you. Okay. Have you ever played like an instrument, a woodwind instrument?
I played the flute and viola and handbells in my church.
Handbells.
Handbells in my church for years. That was, and what else? I think that was about it. Oh, saxophone.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
Yeah, and I played flute most recently. When we got instruments for the kids, I was like, I'll take a flute.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's fun. Do you know Morse code?
No.
Did you ever have an aquarium or a terrarium?
My family did. And you know what we did with my son? He had a little aquarium, and then the heater went out. Ooh,
yeah,
massacre.
Yeah. Oh, we had a tadpole die when we went on vacation. Oh, I can still hear my son crying.
That's brutal.
Do you have a tattoo?
I don't. I'm thinking about it.
You want to get a Moms Unhinged tattoo?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
That's how you really show your allegiance to the empire.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good. When I say empire, now it sounds like Star Wars bad, but I like yours is a positive empire. What's it? The dark side, and what's the other one?
Yeah.
The light side.
The light side. Really? I thought okay.
What did you think it was going to be? Thought-provoking and deep? No, it's very literal, black and white.
The Force. I was thinking the Force.
The Force has both dark and light side to it.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like yin and yang.
Yes,
that makes sense.
Once again, not a lot of subtext.
Like sometimes you can have a tummy ache and that's bad, but then you fart and that's funny, so that's good. So it's yin and yang.
Yeah,
that's not the same.
Like how she's comparing the Force to farting.
Yeah.
Well, your tummy sometimes really hurts, especially if it's dairy.
Once again, it's not the same thing. And I'm not. I'm not trying to but yeah, go on.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm trying to do this.
Have you ever brewed your own mead?
Oh no.
Have you made anything weird like that?
Not really.
Have you crafted anything weird?
Crafted. I'm not a big crafter. I am terrible at crafts, really. Crafting time with my kids was always so stressful. I would end up with the glue gun all over. I'd be shouting. I was not a good crafter. I'm not that. I'm creative in the brain, but not in
with the fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I am with cooking. The kids are like, don't glue gun our dinner. That's the bad joke. Okay. Are you worried about AI and do you use ChatGPT?
Yeah, I mean, it is a scary thing. I try not to think about it too much. I think it's weird to think about. So, and who knows? We may be all in the Matrix right now. I mean, I don't even know.
You do live in Colorado, so I think most of the people there, especially in Boulder, feel that way.
Yeah.
Are you?
So I don't know what's going to happen. So it's interesting, and there's so much, even with social media. There's so many echo chambers, so many ways that we are being influenced that we don't even know.
Yeah.
And so the threat is already here. Like, it's already
Fox News, I think, is an example of that. Like,
all of it.
taken over
all
people's brains and they're
all
just
the
saying
news, really.
crazy, crazy stuff. Yeah, you're right. Okay, my dear friend. This is, I tell people what kind of nerd they are at the end. I like to put people in boxes.
Yeah.
And you read as normal. You read as efficient, capable, incredibly capable, talented, a good listener, a good leader, but you are a big weirdo.
I think I kind of just told you right at the top.
You're a chameleon. You're a chameleon nerd. Yeah. And I think maybe that's probably why you're a good joke writer too, is because you do have the quirk. You have
little weird,
a little
weird outlook,
a little nerdy, weird.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to get a lot of stuff done and sell a bunch of tickets and make everybody happy. That's wonderful. Tell people where they can find you.
So go to momsunhinged.com. And there all our socials are. And then we have all our bios and everything like that. So that's the main thing.
Are you finding more of your followers to be on Facebook or on Instagram these days?
We're actually, at Moms Unhinged, we're split half and half. I spend more time on Facebook personally. I do check into Instagram, obviously, but I'm a little more just connected into Facebook just because that's where I was
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of the moms are, to be honest.
Yeah.
Although I did get like 16 new followers on Instagram last night from the show. I'm so excited. Well, thank you so much for coming and being on our show. And Mom Unhinged sells really cool merch, which may be on the internet eventually, and I will attach that to this episode so you can buy t-shirts and these really cute pink wine. Well, you have water in here. It's not just for wine.
Yeah,
you can put your hot cocoa in there. All right, thank you so much for being on. I love you. Oh.